Srimati Supriya Sule.
Thank you, sir. I speak on behalf of my party today on the 122nd Constitution Amendment, sir. I wholeheartedly support, because fortunately we have been a very progressive party from an exceptionally progressive state. So GST is something our state has been preparing for, and over the last 10 years that all the various discussions that have been taken place, Maharashtra has been one of the most forthcoming and progressive state which has got systems, solutions, and very keen on implementing the GST, sir. Sir, while we do all this, and we have been consistent, because last several years, sir,
the last part of the speech also.
So
We have the second part of the speech just like that of Veerappa Moily. You have congratulated first part.
Thank you, sir.
So while we do all have anxiety and a few questions, because most states, including Tamil Nadu, has shown a lot of concern about manufacturing states. We are also one of the manufacturing states, and we also have concerns. So there have been a lot of miscommunications, maybe in the media, so I want to clear one thing right at the beginning. So when last time the Honorable Finance Minister introduced the bill and wanted to pass it, purely on procedural grounds, all of us walked out. I think most of us felt unanimously that way. So I just want to clear it for record, because a lot of newspapers have even cleared that most of us were against GST. So I want to clear this right at the beginning, that we are not against GST. We are a pro-reform party, and we only walked out on procedural grounds. We did not walk against the bill. So there are only a few clarifications I'll ask the Honorable Finance Minister to make, so that we feel reassured, because this entire bill, sir, is very center-oriented, and it's based on, it's a leap of faith. We are trusting the entire central government that they will hold to whatever they've committed to in various, because, sir, right now the administrative issues are still very vague. We do appreciate that we have only 11 months to go. It's a very ambitious plan. We have to make the council, it has to go into the states have to make their own rules. So will this entire procedure, and it's not only...
No comments. Let her speak. Don't. Your time, you speak.
No, that's only my state. Uttar Pradesh ka bole, main to Maharashtra ka bol rahi hu. I'm showing our anxiety. So are we sure that in the 11 months, will we be, all states will be on par in an administrative matter of implementation? This is just our concern, sir. But our state fortunately is prepared, but will all the states be able to make up in 11 months is a query in our mind, sir. Sir, a lot of people have talked about the revenue neutral rate, which is definitely a concern. So we are all happy to pay taxes. But if they are going to be at a ridiculous rate of 27%, which everybody is talking about, it is definitely, and this is speculation. So I urge the Honorable Minister to look for solutions. If he can bring it down, we are not sure. We are speculating it's going to be 27%. So if it's 27%, it's going to be, sir, high. So if you really want to bring more people in the tax net, it has to be a realistic number. So I'll urge the Honorable Minister to look into it and see how we can bring it down to a realistic level where people are more than happy to pay the tax, sir. वो तो कम होए तो और ही अच्छी बात है.
Please, at the chair, you please adapt.
So अच्छा है. Dusri, sir, another point which is definitely concern for us is what GST benchmark is the government going to look at. There is, during the various discussions with the state, sir, they are looking at companies over 25 lakhs. Sir, our state has recommended that we should, even the companies between turnover of 10 to 15 lakhs should be considered, and more so given enough time to prepare. So I'd ask the Honorable Minister to clarify what would be the benchmark of it. Sir, another query which we are concerned about is about the dual authority. When there will be a gambit, there was a talk about 1.5 crores. But there is a benchmark, some states have said up to 5 crores. So turnover of how much will be, sir? We don't want people to be harassed. The whole idea of making this seamless tax is to reduce paperwork and make it simpler. So if, what is going to be the benchmark of dual taxation? So should it be above, my state has recommended anything above 2.5 crores. So I think the Honorable Minister we would like him to clarify, because we don't want dual authority. Let the states take a certain level, and above that, let the center take over. But our state recommendation should be respected. That's all we are urging for. Sir, another question is resolving interstate issues. I do understand that the council will be the final authority. But like Mehtabji also has said, the voting pattern, the way it's looking, sir, the smaller states, the ex-CM of Goa is sitting right here, sir. He comes from a much smaller state from where I come from. He has two MPs, we are 48. So definitely, probably with the sheer number that our state will have, maybe the smaller states may not benefit in the voting rights if there is something particularly evolved. Sorry? Now you represent UP, but your roots are still in Goa. So the whole point is, how will be smaller states? Just because we come from a stronger state, we do not want to leave the other states behind. So our whole point is, in the voting rights, I think it should be a fair way. How to find a solution, that's up to the government. And it takes back to the point that this entire the GST is a leap of faith. So we are putting all our faith into the central government that they will give us a fair hearing and a fair deal in this entire GST game. So I just expect him that resolve interstate issues. Initially there was a suggestion there will be a redressal, a separate unit for it, which has not now been removed, and all powers have been to the council. Now when you say the council, sir, in the bill it's written that the council will only make suggestions. So who will be the final authority? Will it be the finance ministry? Will it be the council? And how do we get our fair rights? So if he could kindly clarify that, sir. Sir, another biggest concern for all of us is states like Maharashtra have octroi. Sir, our revenue for octroi is 14,000 crores, which we are compromising in this GST. So I just want a reassurance, because the Honorable Finance Minister has consistently said that he will be doing the hand-holding. Sir, the commitment, like you also, your party also said, it's only for 2 years and it becomes lesser and lesser. We have no objection in it as long as the system works for all of us. As long as we are compensated, we are open to any formula, because we want a easy tax regime. But it should not be at the cost of what our gains are right now with octroi. So I'd ask the Honorable Minister to clarify the stand that the 14,000 crores which Maharashtra today gets in octroi will be definitely covered in this GST. I just need a reassurance from him. So the other one big point is, I am very happy Harshavardhan ji is also here, that the tobacco demand. Many people have requested that tobacco, you can tax whatever you want, but every state must have a right to increase whatever excise what we have in it, because tobacco is something we are all fighting against, and it is not just about making money in it, it is for the generations to have good habits. It's something consistently we are trying. So I take this opportunity to request the Honorable Finance Minister who sits here to make sure that tobacco flexibility is left to us, sir. Sir, the last point is, I do appreciate that petroleum, but a lot of people have talked about petroleum. Petroleum is a big revenue generator, which is right now out, but there's no clarity till when it will be out. It's a big generator for us. Like octrois, we have our concerns, so we would definitely like the entire government to stay with us and not take away any of our revenue generators, which help the safety of our development programs in our state, sir. Sir, just one last point I'd like to make. In this Constitution Amendment 122, sir, in the article Amendment 73 and 74, if you see the Article 243(8) and 243(x), it says that all the authority for the tax which is levied by the panchayats and the municipalities. It takes us back to that other point which we are concerned about with the octroi. So these two, it's a conflicting. So our municipalities and panchayats in the future not going to be allowed. How will they be compensated is the only clarification I want. Sir, we definitely support this bill. We just want this entire government to make sure that every state is protected and we are taken care of, and the hand-holding which you have committed to only 2 to 3 to 5 years, if you can expand it to 10 years, I think you already have an amendment like that. So it's like, if you support that, sir, I think all the states will benefit, and more people who will be probably proud to pay tax, because we all want to live in a regime which is no harm to anybody, pay our taxes and live an easy life, and that's what I think this entire government keeps talking about, black money, etc. So we support them in doing all this, as long as all our states are protected and our rights are protected. Thank you very much.
Shri Rajendra Agarwal.
Not more than 5 minutes.
धन्यवाद आदरणीय